We begin tonight with a focus on Siouxland businesses and what's being done to ensure that they have a solid future. Northwest Iowa Community College in Sheldon is showing hundreds of high school sophomores from all across Sioux County what it's like to work in their home communities. KTIV's Taylor Deckert is in studio with the story tonight. So Taylor, why are these local business leaders trying to reach students in their sophomore year of high school?
Yes, well, the students were able to interact with industry leaders, as you said, in a variety of local businesses. The goal is to help these students think long-term about their future, answering questions like, what do I want to do with the rest of my life? And will it be in Sioux County?
Really interesting to see what we all have as options here, just to stay in Northwest Iowa, because I don't really want to move far away when I'm older, so it's pretty interesting to see.
Yeah. Students like Talia are seeing firsthand what their future could look like in the business world, thanks to a collaborative effort between Northwest Iowa Community College and local businesses. For 12 years, they've worked to keep students in Sioux County.
And if you do the math, that's 600 sophomores every year. Think of all of the many, many lives that have been positively impacted, and these individual students then able to see a brighter future right here in Sioux County.
Several business owners we spoke with are encouraged by these students and desires for a career in Sioux County.
We actually have been coming to the Future at Work for quite a few years, and what's really neat about it is just seeing the kids that actually come to us, when they're seniors looking for guidance, like, hey, I'm really looking into cosmetology school. How can I, where do I go? What do I do?
Businesses are working with students across the table of a booth or in sessions.
A great opportunity to start exposing kids to this is how this can be applied in my life, or this is different avenues I can explore, or if I like this aspect, then I can also apply it over here and how they're interchangeable.
Northwest Iowa Community College hopes this stirs interest in classes concurrently as a junior and senior in high school with the college.
Our goal is for our students to be engaged and then also to leave with plenty of information so that they're informed and they can make the best decisions possible for the brightest future.
I actually really enjoy this because I actually didn't know that there was this many businesses that came here.
In Sheldon, Taylor Deckert, KTIV News 4. Some of the sessions included careers that care, farming the future, and behind the lab door. Intriguing titles showcasing the talent and opportunity in Sioux County. Matt.
KTIV's Taylor Deckert in studio for us tonight. Taylor, thank you.